Alright, so hopefully... Yeah, we're in fully safe area now. Oh no. Where's the French Navy? They were kicking around here earlier. Well, at least we have control over this. So we actually have a lot of ships over there. Oh, and now we're coming across air attack. Do I have any aeroplanes captured? I do, actually. So, do we own any air bases that I could use? Not really. Do I have any airplanes already in use? Tactical bombers in Brazil. May as well have you come over to Siam. I mean, the thing I really want to do is cover this area, but there's no way that we'd be able to reach. So I think we're just going to have to kind of hope that we can get through their aerial bombardments. But from experience, naval bombers versus convoys, really ineffective. They just never seem to hit them. Yeah, see, I'm not losing anything to their concerted efforts. And in fact, I've seen convoys shooting planes down. That's how terrible naval bombers are against them. Although, not this time, apparently. See, a lot of engagements. We get a lot of notifications about this, but nothing ever dies. Now watch as I have to eat my words. Alright, so our troops have almost arrived in friendly areas. We still don't have that many troops over here. I wonder how the supply situation is. Ah, the supply situation is kind of poor. We would actually be slightly better off landing here. Unfortunately, Malaya is a German stronghold. Ah, screw it. We'll still go into Siam. We'll see if we can blitz our way through. I mean, that is kind of what we do. Well, we don't really. We're attrition. I wonder if we'd be better use up here. You're full capacity. You are over capacity. You are under, so we could be there. We could be here. We could definitely be here. Oh, that's because they're not actually fighting there. That's over. So we could be in these two locations, pushing into northwestern Mongolia. But I think Russia's got that. There are a lot of Russian troops there. Nah, we'll do Siam. It's fine. It's totally fine. We are still being... You can see the trail that we're taking. Still, no losses. Absolutely zero. And how are we doing in terms of resource? I mean, we'd probably be okay. I could start reducing the number of guns I'm producing and replacing them with tanks. I'm going to do that to a certain extent. And we do need some more steel because France is failing utterly to sell me the stuff that they've promised. Let's get a little bit more from Canada and the rest from you. And some more oil. We are definitely buying a lot of stuff from the AUS. Faction map. So we've got the Entente, which is looking pretty spectacular at the moment. Controlling Russia, Western Europe, a little bit of Northern Europe, Canada, obviously. South America, thank you very much. And Africa, thank you very much. Plus Australasia, although we've lost a lot of Indonesia because the... Oh no. Whose side did you take? Netherlands are just independent, but they have lost Indonesia to Japan. I wonder if they're... No, they're not on time. Amiramirov, thank you very much for the follow. Kinslayer as well. Appreciate that. Hello. Welcome. Okay, the other thing is, I know I was being a little patriotic by putting my fleet in Timor. That's probably a terrible place, because we just don't have the naval facilities to actually do any repairs over there. So I'm going to go and stick you back in West Bengal, just to make sure you actually get repaired. Meanwhile, my troops are on the verge of arriving. And have actually got a lot of their equipment already. I think I'm going to try again to garrison. Now I can garrison. Why could I not do this before? kind of annoying, but okay. We're just going to go ahead and garrison this area. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want them to get to full strength before we actually go and move them onto the front. Entente OP. Well, it is 1944 and the Internationale are dead, and we took most of their stuff. So this very much is the end of World War II and probably the beginning rumblings of World War III, because there is definitely going to be some enforced tension between us and Middle Europa. Alright, so you guys have arrived. Excellent. This is the division that lost most of their supply from the convoys dying. I'm just glad that the whole unit didn't die. So they're probably going to take a big hit to experience as well. So we might need to just stick some units over there training up. But that can be arranged. Other news, you are still in training. Manpower, we are a little bit low. And we are already on extensive. Are there any focuses that could give us more? In fact, we don't have that many focuses done. Army experience, naval doctrines, political power, factory output, national unity. Increase in stability. Huzzah. Political power gain plus 8%. Factory output 5%. Construction speed 25. So there is... Now that I'm not going to be focusing on getting a war against Germany, because we are fighting against Japan, that will take a while. We could start doing some of these. Ooh, 10% more factory output. We could make our factories way more efficient than I'd actually realised. And we haven't even finished doing our industrial line. Mordred, what the hell have you been doing? We don't have any of our army doctrines. It's 1944! What have I been doing? Alright, I'm going to... How many companies do we have? Alright, we have most of the companies. I think that's probably what I was working on. Political power, cost, factory output. I want to go for the monarchy of morals, so we can get that 25% construction speed, because, hello! So we require both moderating power and ban the Republican parties. That one requires the Tarrafal. Let's get that. And this is going to give us more control of our political party, which is Paternal Autocrat. It's a bit low, 28%. The fascists still more in power. Oh yeah, there was a discussion about that in the comments actually, because you'll remember earlier on I was railing against the fact that you have to have lost Africa to take this tree. I cheated a little bit so I could get it, just because it sounded way more reasonable for having actually just won a war. But I was not taking into account the government at the time was fascist, not paternal autocrat. So even though this is the more monarchist route and this is the more fascist route, this is what you get for winning, because the fascists are in power, they get more popular and thus they get more powerful. That actually makes complete sense. So I retract what I was saying earlier in that this tree doesn't make sense. I do wish it wasn't what's the word? So reliant on losing a war to take this tree, because this tree is pretty cool. But I understand why they've done it this way now, and I accept the reasoning. I mean, it was a good argument. It was a good discussion, so there we go. So we are going for... We are still doing this tree, and we're going to get Tarrafal. But the argument I had about this tree being the one that you should get if you win in Africa, not really true. Alright, so you guys are arriving. Are you getting your equipment? No. Oh, you're probably still at sea. Yes. You have lagged behind a bit. You are still being shot at by their aeroplanes. Unacceptable. Come on, guys. I do have a bit of naval experience. Oh, 44. I should be getting better ships. Hang on. I should totally be building those. Unless... I need to get one of these, which is possible. No, I think I was going to get the fighter. Yeah, I don't do destroyers and submarines, so we were going to get the fighter thing. So yes, I should totally be researching the 1944 ships. That was a mistake. I'm going to get the light cruiser first. I need these more than I need the medium tanks, so we're going to go ahead and do that. And likewise with the fighter baiting. Not really that important, considering my lack of aircraft. Let's do that. Why not increase military power with all adults must serve and less training experience, and let them build up in battle while maintaining a larger army? Because I don't have the manpower to maintain a larger army, full stop. I need my army to be small and very elite. And also, all adults serve also reduces your economic output, which I don't want. That's a big economic output penalty. So, no. Terrible advice. Sorry. Alright, you guys have landed. You are starting to replenish. Excellent. So are you guys. What are we short on? Artillery, rockets. I didn't think we were short on. Oh, apparently we are. Oh no, it was motorized rocket artillery we are not short on. So, artillery and rocket artillery, I'm going to stick to the top of the list because I want to make sure you still have supply. These things we still have tons of, so I am less concerned about. And we are now producing tanks. We have got a tank deficit, and we are again short on steel. Damn it, France! You suck! Why are you failing so miserably to deliver the steel? Alright, AUS. Send me some more. Uh-oh. Aha! AUS is justifying against New England. Kurdistan is justifying against Persia. So we're about to get drawn into 2 more wars. Plus, of course, we are fighting against the Axis now. So part of the problem with the Entente being so big is we are at war in a lot of different places. That's a lot of Austrians here. A lot of Austrians with absolutely no combat strength. Are they out of manpower? Bet they're out of manpower. Yeah, they are horribly out of manpower, although they have not changed their manpower law for some reason. World War III incoming. Yep. I mean, World War III would be not so much the AUS. I mean, we may want to reposition for that. Once the war breaks out, at least, because we have got some assets over here we want to protect. And most of all, we want to protect Canada. Although it would be absolutely hilarious if Canada was forced to withdraw to Britain. Oh, the ultimate irony. But we need to protect our South American assets. So if this war does kick off, I might well position my forces to go and help Canada rather than India against Siam. But right now I'm not going to do it, because just because they're justifying does not necessarily mean they will actually pull the trigger and do it. Right. Are we getting our forces back? Extremely slowly. That's because we're on speed 3. Let's go on speed 5, just blitz through this a little bit, and make sure that we got all our supplies in place. Meanwhile, you guys have indeed lost experience, and you're going to lose a lot because your manpower took a beating, I believe. No, you are actually at full manpower right now. It's only equipment that you are lacking. Oh no, and manpower. Hang on. You have 30% manpower. Okay, that is the problem. So yes, you are about to lose a lot of experience. Non-aggression with Mexico. No. We might use Mexico as a route in to attack the south of the AUS. And now I'm lacking a little bit of oil. That's fine. What air tech do I actually have, out of interest? I suspect it's going to be, yeah, pretty ancient. Although I do have a bonus to get the Veneno and then the Vindicator. So we could certainly do that. Perhaps once we have the engineer companies. Although I think I run with engineer companies in my division, so we do want them to be as strong as possible. Do I want to improve you, or do I want better planes? I think we actually want the better planes, so I can start getting a bit of superiority. Now that it's 1944, I'm getting a little bit concerned about nuclear weapons, and we will want to at least fortify Iberia against nukes. Hey Schmitty, so we need to be prepared for that eventuality. Production efficiency is still going. Zorts, you're still going to Zorts. I did not ever upgrade my naval production. Right, that's because you don't actually have an order at the moment. I'm going to say patrol when you are ready. That. Oops. Those. Because there are a lot of Japanese troops still moving through here, and I know that we can do some damage to them. So I'm going to say that. You are permitted to split out and repair, which I'm sure some of you will do. Yep. And they will rejoin once they are ready. We're at level 8 port, so we should repair fairly quickly. These are not capital ships. So So it will not take that long. More FT-17 Mark 1s. I wish it told you what these items actually were, because I currently have no idea. I wish it just said FT-17 Mark 1 brackets motorized, or whatever that is. Light tanks. I don't know. Artillery, maybe? Destroyers basically act as a shitty frontline troop. They're sacrifices themselves so that heavy hitting ships survive long enough. Yeah, but you may as well do that with light cruisers, who can actually get in there. They have the speed to withdraw if they do start taking a lot of damage, and also still repair pretty quickly. Like destroyers, the problem with losing destroyers is they are sunk. That is a portion of your fighting strength that's just gone. With light cruisers, they have the armor and the hit points to then get the hell out of the fight, so they don't then just die. It's light tanks. Okay, cool. Right, so most of you I'm going to say are up to strength. You two I'm going to split away and start you training again. And I'm going to bring you guys to fight against Siam. I think we might try and take their capital. We will assist with that. That's one thing that we should be pretty good at doing, is attacking urban settings. So let's go ahead and do that. You guys will have some breakthrough, though you are probably still lacking, a lot of light tanks. So we're just going to keep you behind the lines right now. You'll need to do a little bit of retraining, and that's going to be very dependent on getting our light tank production up and running. Fall of Bangkok. Cool. Oh, they already won. Didn't need me. That's fine. We'll come over here and we'll help you break through this, I guess, though that is not going to be fun. Although, actually, they have absolutely no troops over here right now. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to cut them off. And furthermore, we're going to grab our actually fast units and just drive down there. I'm going to do the same thing, just a little further away so I can actually differentiate you. Alright, my plan is to just encircle these guys. They're just out of supply. Come on, motorized. You can do this. I actually want you to... Ah, they're going back into position. Not entirely. I want you to force march. Guys. Halt. B. Move. Go. Townfall. Excellent. So we have less perversive activities. Cool. We can do the Royal Edicts, which gives us more factory output and national unity. Or a reduction in popularity of our enemies. We're going to pursue the syndicalist traitors! The internationalists are nothing but hedonistic intellectuals. Poisoned the minds of the masses. Thankfully, we have a cure. Some years at Tarrafel. So that's going to reduce syndicalist... Hang on. Radical, totalist, and... We don't have any supporters of any of those parties, so that's not actually going to do anything for us. Oh well. Right, tanks, are you in a position? Yes. Yes, you are. Let's see if we can do a little bit of damage to them and break through here. Oh, you still need to get into position. I mean, they have very, very little supply, so our full strength units will probably be okay. The problem is here. Supply is a bit of an issue. So once we actually arrive here, we can start attacking. Boom. Here we come. And thus the counterattack begins. And we have civilian factories. Let's build some more ports. Because I want a bigger navy. And I think it's going to be time soon to start upgrading Africa, because we have not done any development there at all. And some more factories, sure. And some more infrastructure, just to bring this stuff up to scratch. Cool. That will do for the moment. A Portuguese gulag, yeah, absolutely. Oh, Axis, right. I should really be fighting in Africa. I had forgotten we were at war with Egypt. Yeah, screw Siam. We're going to Egypt. We're going to Africa. This is actually my front. This is where I should be. Yeah, we're doing this. And then I want the motorized over there. Going here. And yes, that is your priority right now, and this is your priority. And we are going to delete that. Cool. Right, let's go. Whoopsie. So I guess that means that we need to now defend this area. Screw the Japanese, we don't care about them anymore. Fortify, fortify, fortify. And yeah, you're still based out the same place. You are fully, more or less fully repaired. We're good. Cool. Let's go to Africa. Why am I losing stuff here? Oh, because my fleet is involved. Oh, we're actually sinking their convoys. Right, as was in fact my intention. Why am I going to just 8 infrastructure? It's more efficient to go to 10 before building factories. I don't actually know the precise mathematics, but because we're already at war economy, we don't need to have as high infrastructure to get stuff built. So 8 just seems like an arbitrarily useful number. If someone wants to do the math, at what point you should upgrade your infrastructure when you're in a war economy versus building the factories, let me know. I am no mathematician. That is not my strong point. Alright, so we're on our way. Mostly French troops here, but we have a lot of reinforcements coming in. We should be able to help them quite significantly. That looks suspiciously like Germany. Germany's not helping them, are they? No. We only need to take Egypt out and then we win this. And they are taking colossal casualties. Interesting. Okay, so we have that fighter. We can get the 1944 fighter. I'd say let's go ahead and do that. Let's make sure we get that research nice and quickly. We have Marines 3. Excellent. That's extra organization. Leg infantry, soft attack. Even more. What is our soft attack at this point? 816. Lovely. And 52 organization. And the armoured go-karts. 35 organization. Yeah, it's nowhere near as good. They're going to struggle with prolonged offensives. That's definitely one area where being mobile warfare helps, because you get such colossal amounts of organisation on your motorised and mechanised forces. I'm going to say let's go ahead and deploy you in Andalusia. Continue training a new one. We'll put you in that one, sure. Ah, and you can rejoin the purples. Off you go. Hi, Japan. Yeah, sorry guys, I forgot that we owned half of Africa and we got another war to go fight. Catch you guys later. Not that you'd really explain yourself to your enemy, but it's a nice touch. Okay, so what am I doing again? Yeah. The focus that just leads to other focuses. I really want to get here quickly because my motorised... Ah, they reinforced. Bugger. Could do some serious damage. Don't care so much about that province, but going through here would be a real help. So actually, if we can get up to here and cut this off, they will have no supply. And this is much easier for us to push through. This is jungle, this is not. So we are going to reposition you. We are going to care only about this front right here. And getting to there. And we'll let the French hold the rest of this. I mean, the French still own all of this. So the French have also got assets in this area, and it looks like we are being pushed back pretty aggressively. Gotta rub it in that fighting them wasn't a priority. Is Turkey a Serbian puppet? It is. Belgrade Pact beat them. Oh no! They've joined Middle Europa now. They've switched hands a number of times now. In fact, is Serbia Middle Europa? Yeah, so Germany did declare war on Middle Europa. Sorry, Germany did declare war on the Belgrade Pact after the Belgrade Pact had beaten Turkey. And then as part of that peace deal, obviously took Turkey into Middle Europa, which is why Middle Europa is actually a bit scarier than it usually would be, because they have a lot of this stuff. But actually, once we've taken out the Axis, that's going to be another front that we can open up against Middle Europa for the inevitable conflict that we have with them.